Well, obviously, I'm representing one of the best organizations in the NFL, one of the best cities in the world, and one of the greatest fan bases that NFL has seen. I know it's bigger than me, and I'm grateful that I approach it that way. So I'm happy to be a Giant.
Jameis, how is the chemistry in the quarterback room? How do you guys communicate? Is it fun? Is it serious?
It's a little bit of both. Mainly serious because we are grinding, learning, and mastering this offense. Tom DeVito is the only person that's had some history in this offense. So it's a process of being intentional every single day, being able to mix in a few laughs here and there. But Coach Shea, man, he is strict. He is purposeful. So we're trying to master this offense as best as we can.
How has your relationship with Russ evolved since you guys have both been here together?
Man, well, our relationship started in 2015 and really in 2013 when he won the Super Bowl and we won the national championship that year. And we had a similar mentor and mental coach, Trevor Moab, that we both leaned on throughout the course of our career. Trevor's not with us anymore, God bless his soul. But me and Russ, we've been pretty locked in for quite some time now.
What have you seen from him so far?
What we've seen from Russ since he entered this football league, just a pure leader, a playmaker, and just a true pro.
Is he a different kind of player when he has something to prove, you think?
I believe that we all have something to prove to ourselves. You know, the first story that Russ shared with me was his locker position. He's sitting in the same locker that he sat in when he won the Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks. So I think that gives some type of context of what it means to him. And every year, especially at the quarterback position, there's only one of us. So we have to approach that with a type of integrity and a type of responsibility that no one else has.
Jameis, when people talk about you when you were coming here and even throughout your career, the first thing they say is what a character, what a personality. Does that ever bother you that they want to talk about that first and not mention who you are as a football player, or are you comfortable with that? And does that, make you?
Well, I'm grateful that I can bring joy to the game. I'm grateful that through my hard work and effort on the football field, that people notice me by my character. That's just something that comes with it. This is the greatest game in the world. So we need to be able to, drop our hair a little bit and notice that everyone has their own individual role. And I know what I've done in this NFL league in terms of playing football, and I'm grateful that I had that experience. But I also know that when I first came into this league, that I wasn't looked upon as a man of high character. I wasn't looked upon as that team-oriented guy. I had this perception of me that just wasn't true. And through my course of diving in and growing every single year, I've proven myself to be who I am. And I think that is the greatest compliment that someone can give you, is that you're truly who you are. Despite the character or the giggles, I think if you ask any of my teammates, any of my coaches who I am, they would say Jameis is truly who he is.
Jameis, when you talk about the experiences that you've had throughout your career, how can you bring that to Jackson and help him?
Yeah, well, I think one of the toughest way to experience something is through experience. So I feel like some of the trials and some of the victories that Russ and myself, or even Tommy, have had throughout our career, we're able to relay that message to him in a way that maybe he gets a chance to see something before it happens. Or maybe we give him a few nuggets that he can take so he doesn't put himself in situations that we may have put ourselves in. But ultimately, Jackson is his own guy. So he's going to get out there and he's going to have some great human experiences. But if we can speak to him and encourage him in a way that limits some of the lack of experience, that'll be beneficial for him.
Jameis, the touchdown throw he had at the end there, and how much have you seen him grow?
Yeah, I think all touchdowns we love. I don't think there's one touchdown that I haven't loved in my life. So I think we were excited about that. But it's just a beginning. It's just a beginning for myself. It's just a beginning for this football team. And that's something to be excited about. But we look good, we feel good, and I believe we're doing some great things with the Big Blue right now.
Does this offense have an identity yet, you feel?
Well, I think that is always something that coaches search for in these spring signs. But one thing that Daves and Shea and Kafka always are emphasizing is our effort. You know, we're learning. All of us are pouring time and effort into this playbook. But how we exemplify that on the field is shown about our individual effort, how we're running around, how we're moving fast, how we're getting back up and trying again, how we're not being down on ourselves, how we're lifting each other up. And I believe throughout this entire camp and OTA that we've shown that. So our identity is, a bunch of relentless individuals hungry to get better.
Jameis, the landscape of the quarterback room has changed a lot since you signed here. Obviously, they signed Russ after that. They drafted Jackson. Are you still confident that if it comes down to it, that you'll get a shot if that's the way it plays out?
Yeah. When it comes to that, I focus on what I can do, and what I can do is come to work with the intention to get better every single day, not concerning myself with the room, seeing how I can serve the room, but my job is to be the best Jameis Winston that I can be. And Jameis Winston incorporates being a leader, helping on a little young buck, learning things from the older veteran, assisting the older veteran, learning from the 3-year quarterback that's been in this room. It encompasses a lot, but I stay focused on what I would love, and what I would love is to be my very best.
Jameis, this offense the last few years has really struggled to score points. Down the bottom of the league. When you see what this team has, the receivers, the line, tight ends, the running backs, whoever the quarterback is, will be Russ at first. Is there any reason why this offense should not be a good offense in the league?
Well, no, it is. We're going to do amazing things, but I think it's day-to-day growth. And we're definitely not going to look at last year. We can't focus on that. We got to keep our eyes on what we would love, and what we would love is to be the Super Bowl winning champions. And I think all of us would love that, but it's a process. It's a day-by-day process. And yes, we got the pieces. We got the coaches, we got the players. Now it's about consistent execution.
Jameis, you've seen Russ, obviously, seen mentions since college, but just when people see from the outside, hey, he's an older player, does he still have it? What have you seen from him during OTAs that says, oh, this guy still got a chance to lead this team?
Well, I mean, he's a natural-born leader, all right? So that's in the bag. He's still athletic, no matter how old he is. He's aging like fine wine. He has a team of caregivers, a team that supports him, that allows him to be his best, and that's why he's been good for a long time. And he's just a great player. And I think when you have constant people maybe down or even lifting you up, you always have to zone in into what would you love? And I think he stays focused on what he wants. And I think that's very unique about him, because whatever he's won in the past has been successful. So I encourage him to continue to focus on that and go higher.
James, you think the defense gives you a chance to be better because of what they have on the other side of the ball? Are you going up against them every day?
Absolutely. Our defense is tenacious. I'm happy we got the addition of Paulson Adebo and Javon Holland. Javon is a ball hawk, and I know personally the lockdown corner that Paulson Adebo is. But I know it starts with the trenches, and when you have 3, and I'll say 4 because I love Nacho, and when you got 4 prominent defensive linemen, 2 in the middle, 2 on the edge, you should win football games because it starts with the front.
What makes Russ a natural-born leader? What's he doing on a day, especially this spring, what he's doing?
I think what makes anyone a natural-born leader is the ability to serve. And I think that when you're intentional with your servitude, you get things back. When you're a giver, you get back. When you're a taker, you really don't get much back. And I think Russ is a server. He's consistently in checking on, are the guys okay? Do they understand the process? Do they understand the concept? He's speaking to the guys in the locker room. just confirming that that we're seeing the same things. And I think that is that's important for the quarterback position.